Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Let's go to the military map first, where Russia has some kind of success, or it could be just a map update, but before there was the gray area, and just to look a couple of days ago you can see this gray area means that we don't know who is controlling this territory, and today it was confirmed that Russia took all of those 4 villages. So let me take the ruler instrument. It is around 11.5 kilometers, and from south to north it is 11.5 kilometers. So they took this 4 villages, my friends, and they now has access for the road, and they can go this way and they can reach this road, and also there is the railroad as well, and also the big road that they also can reach. Not good sign for Ukraine, but my friends, we do what we can with the weapons that we have. We're still waiting for the massive Lend-Lease delivery to Ukraine, and with that obviously we're gonna take our land back little by little. And this territory is very close to M03 road that goes from Kharkiv to Lugansk Oblast over here, across Slavansk, by the way, and Ukraine is performing its counterattack on the track to Izum. However, recently we haven't got any success there. Probably Russia put new reinforcements for the area. As for Kharkiv city itself, it was under attack last night, and my friends, there were civilian casualties because big civilian building was just devastated. So from the information we have until this hour, the 11 people, civilians, lost their lives, together with 37 people who got injured, together with kids, and it's terrible thing that Russia is doing in Ukraine towards our civilians. This city is very close to the front lines, that is why it's constantly under Russians' attack. Unfortunately, Russia is using its barbarian tactics. Today there were some fights near to Bakhmut, however front lines are with no any kind of movement, so standstill situation. And Russia tries to attack towards Zaitsevo on this direction. They want to get access to this road over here, try to reach Bakhmut from the south direction also. So together they have, I would say, around 3 main directions for attack on Bakhmut city. But our defense lines are very robust there, and I do not expect that Bakhmut fails in nearby future. As well as Pisky, my friends, Russia took only the part, yes, it's the major part, but they took for now the part of Pisky village, even though they claim that they took all of the village. But my friends, no, it's not like that. And I have Russian bots in the comments saying that, oh, we took Pisky. Russians, you are fighting now for single village. It's your big goal. So your goal is not taking Kiev, the vast part of Ukraine. Look at this territory. How many villages do we have here? How many cities? There is no way you'll take it. So stay calm, and yeah, if you take Pisky, take it. It will not change the result of this war that you are losing. As for the south here, Zaporizhia, the situation is the same as everywhere, front lines with no changes, and somehow we have the fire detection, satellite fire detection in Zaporizhia city itself. I haven't heard about the attacks on that city recently, but we have the fire indication, could be wildfires, and also about the Energodar and nuclear power station that is here. Well, Russia say that probably they're gonna shut down nuclear reactors, 5th and 6th reactor of nuclear power plant. Totally there are 6, and you cannot shut down nuclear power plant. Actually, you can put it to the cold idle state. The nuclear fission will still on go, however it will work as any kind of engine on idle thrust or something like that. But even in that idle state, nuclear reactors are still dangerous, my friends. Nuclear reaction is ongoing and will go for decades. If you didn't know, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant that exploded decades ago still works because it has remaining reactors that needs working, because you cannot just stop the nuclear reaction in that reactors. That is why probably Russia wants just to disconnect nuclear nuclear power plant from electrical power supply of Ukrainian cities, and that is what they want. They want us to freeze during this winter. In Mykolaiv and Kherson direction, everything was okay, no changes. Okay means the front line is standstill. However, still the fighting is ongoing, just some of the local fights with no major change. And now let's go to some of the news and events. We have a big meeting in Lviv city, the western part of Ukraine. Well, we have President of Turkey Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President Zelensky, and United Nations Secretary Tony Guterres. And together they discuss, we don't know what, because the part of negotiations were closed for the media. And some rumors say that Erdogan brought some kind of peaceful plan for Zelensky to use the Istanbul platform where they negotiated the food supplies from Ukrainian seaports. Well, Erdogan wants to use this platform for total peace negotiations. For us, for Ukrainians, no, we need to fight for our freedom, my friends. We should not stop right here, right now, giving Russia the occupied territories of Ukraine. If we sign this peaceful deal right here and right now, we'll have the big loss for Ukraine in future strategic perspective. And that is why I personally expect Zelensky to say no to the Erdogan proposal for the peaceful deals. And we have also the information that Putin himself wants to speak with President Zelensky because Russia is losing right now. If you watch my previous video, my friends, then I was talking about the frontline change. There is no big change for the recent months, and Russia is struggling with their resources, and basically they cannot reach their goals in Ukraine. Alright, Crimea again, but my friends, this is just a wildfire. And why do I think like that? Let me show you the map. It was filmed here in Mizhvodne, and there are no any kind of military bases around. Well, could be raiders, but also there are many fields, and this is just a fire on the field, so there is no any kind of information from any kind of attack coming from any kind of the sources. Just someone posted the photo, so we need to filter the information coming from every kind of resource. This guy's name is Sergei Pertula, and he's one of the biggest volunteers in Ukraine. He has one of the biggest charity funds, and he was responsible for the money collection to buy Bayraktar drones for Ukrainian army. Bayraktar gave those drones for free, so today he announced that all of that money will go to purchase the satellite which is in a space like that. It is surveillance satellite. The space company name is ICI, and here we have the example of the photo that they can present, and they can also present the video live of what is happening exactly on the ground, and the Ukrainian army will use it to fight against Russians. So here in a photo you can see some of the boats, and some of them are moving. So they have the group, the net or web of the satellites that are flying, yes, but they provide the constant data for the military and not only, and we bought that data with the main satellite that will send the data for army. It's good, it's great. And here in the photo you can see the Kerch bridge, and here's the example of the video of those kind of satellites. They may show you the movement. Obviously that movement is not very detailed, but knowing where your forces are, you may identify the other forces. This is the airport, by the way, with all of the taxiways, runways, and this is the big city. Looks like Matrix, isn't it? And here we may see the simulation of nuclear disaster that might happen in Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. As you can see, the consequences could be devastating for the Eastern Europe. People will obviously have the health problems, and this area in Zaporizhia will be just dusted out, will be nuclear fallout in that area. So obviously it might happen only in case the wind will blow from the eastern side, but usually we have the winds blowing from the western side. It's very rare for Ukraine to have east winds. Usually we have west and south wind in our territory, sometimes blowing from the north as well. So Russia has more chances to be under this nuclear fallout, and also Turkey and Crimea itself. Right, we have news coming live just directly from the conference. It seems like Turkish president brought lots of people together with him, and they now signed the agreement for the Ukraine rebuild after this war. I hope this war finishes this year at least. And President Zelensky seems to be happy here in the picture, and President of Turkey seems like to be kind of serious. There is a group of United States military commanders together with some of the diplomats, and they send a message to President of the United States Joe Biden to send to Ukraine those MGM-140 ATACMS rockets that could be used for the HIMARS and M270 MLRS systems like that. And I personally think that President Biden will sign this shipment for Ukraine because now Turkey presented some kind of alternate method, peaceful negotiations, and we need to change the situation with the help of military in favor of Ukraine. So we need to go for this step from United States just to make sure that Ukraine fights okay for its own independence. And we are fighting not just for Ukraine, but for the Western type of the world democracy. Since President Zelensky went to Lviv, he also visited the local military hospital, and you can see our soldiers who fought for Ukraine and got wounded. So we have our president even there, and I would say he's not just a random politician, my friends. He is really a brave guy who takes care about the soldiers and people of Ukraine. So really nice guy we have as a president. And recently I published on my channel that I went to meet Yuri. He's a soldier, but he used to be the first officer of Boeing 737, the same airplane that I fly, of SkyUp Airlines. So he's my mate, and he decided to go to fight for Ukraine. He's a very brave guy, but unfortunately was wounded during the fighting that was on the eastern side of Ukraine. And together with you, we were able to collect some of the funds on my live stream, and I sent those funds to his wife, and those will be spent to resume his activity to be the airline pilot once again. And also I gave him this giveaway, the GoPro 10, because he also watches my video, mostly aviation videos on Pilot Blog channel, and he also wants to film some of the videos. So we expect one more Ukrainian YouTuber to appear on YouTube. It's great, my friends. And I'll keep you updated on the situation here in Ukraine. And if you want to support this channel, first of all, press the like button. If you want to support me financially, there are some of the links under this video in the bottom where you can support me on PayPal, Patreon, or Donatello, whichever you like. My friends, I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time, and thank you so much for your support.